Hey everyone, back to Jaraci Cup 8. We are casting some games from Group C. This is going to be between NoFun, playing as the Conf, and rsabo M.E.S, who's new to the community. I think I'll just call him rsabo, hopefully that's fine. Playing as Coalition. I've seen a couple games from this guy. He seemed pretty decent at the time. We'll have to see what he can do. I've never heard of him before. Although, except for like those couple replays I saw. Although, of course, you must remember, I wasn't really around the scene very much in 2016, and I wasn't here for 2017, so it's possible he's actually a long-time player, but... NoFun picked Conf first, rsabo picks Coalition, and NoFun goes for the Boneyard. It's going to be the same faction for the next game, but rsabo going to pick Kalash Teeth. So I'll be interested to see what NoFun does here. We haven't seen him play for a little while. There's 2 cells being produced, one is on RU's base runners here. It may be just ref mode first then. No, because Skipperfab starts for him now. So in that case, I expect he's doing Rail Rush. But we'll have to see. It's unknown at this time. Keeping that base runner is always fun, though. It looks like he's probably going to plan on doing some kind of blast drone shenanigans. He's building a couple LDMs for now. He's got that money. I say that because I'm really hoping he doesn't go ref mode. But meanwhile, it's going to be LEV Fab coming up from rsabo here. He does have all 6 on the base. Base runner is here. Probe comes out too. Oh, dude, sick. Good luck, man. And blast drone being produced now off of NoFun's base runner, and he does have skimmer fab done. Going to be building those as well. I see him quick dropping. I always appreciate that. Just not ref mode. That's all I ask. He's got only 144 RUs because the base runner is worth quite a bit when you retire it. And so it's definitely gonna slow down the rail rush to keep this thing, but like it can be good because he'll have the blast drones. So I think that's what he's going for here. As for us, I see a guard order on LEVs, which always makes me a little bit nervous, but it looks like he's gonna queue them out toward the center of the map here, and support cruiser is on the way. So this is gonna be like a couple LEVs into SC. He hasn't really built enough though, and you want to be active on the field with these guys if you do this build. But it will be nice for him that he at least has some, so he doesn't have to give up the whole field to these skins from NoFun here. And NoFun is actually scouting really wide. He's like looking for... He's looking for something. I don't exactly know what. Maybe he's looking for that probe. It's true. If he could snipe that probe, he would get a lot of info away from his opponent. First little scuffle comes out here. This is LAV shooting the sand skimmer as it comes over the dune. Support cruiser's out. One sand skimmer, of course, not going to be enough to fight this position, but he is going to see, okay, so it's SC first from him. Kind of. I mean, it's actually second, but it, you know, more or less. The rails coming out immediately for rsabo is actually kind of convenient in a sense, because I did see it is rail tech. Probe does not get sniped, so he's on top of that. What the? Oh, okay. I thought this was, I thought he was dropping a depth pack here. Oh, hey, look, it's rsabo. Hello, my friend. Ref mode from NoFun. Oh, what a renege. He didn't have to do this. No. That seems really weak. I mean, he got rail tech, but he didn't actually build any, and he's just going back to ref mode. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. In which you sucked? Well, that's yet to be decided, although I can see how this could go badly already. There's a blast drone in the hood. Okay, but you're gonna dodge that. That's good. It might be nice to send this probe down toward like his base to just get a bit more info, but ref mode is almost done for NoFun. Be really good if rsabo can get up on a 2 base here, but he does need to be producing. He does need to be producing units, so obviously it's tricky because like he can't just ignore the defense here. Production upgrade though, probably a little bit early in that case. NoFun gonna go for that first extraction of the game. He's brought his BD back to here. It's true. We watched Strike float up 1,300 and still win, so anything's possible, you know what I'm saying? LEV armor coming out from rsabo here, so it's gonna be actually it's quite nice against BDs who have surprisingly they have like 20 packets. Most people don't know this, so actually I think it's 15 in patch. But anyway, the BDs definitely do lose a lot of damage when they're against armored units. Second PC on the way now for NoFun. You know why he didn't go for the rail rush? It's because that would be fun, right? Meanwhile, base runner for Rsabo gonna go over here and try to pick up this artifact. This is gonna reveal rail tech, so NoFun has seen this. He's actually going for rail armor, so I'm not exactly sure. Maybe he plans to like have rail fights in the future, seeing this, or maybe he's just thinking it's only LAV so far, so it's gonna be good on the assault rails. But I think usually, like, if you're only up against LAVs, you actually are gonna want the skims to be powerful. And he does go for raiding, so he's got that going for him. Only problem for Rsabo then is just that he hasn't expanded actually onto this base yet, so. You know, obviously, the Sport Cruiser hasn't really done anything for him, right? Not until you get salvagers mining off of this base. So that's definitely what he wants to be doing, but, yeah, because, like, the longer we wait here, the further ahead NoFun will get, and he's going to move up to 3 base, it looks like. Okay, so we do finally have salvagers on the way. Assault Pack getting tech as well, which is good to have, obviously. That's a very valuable upgrade. 1 LAV going to get chunked here, that's alright. Acceptable losses. The BDs are sharking around in the background. Rail Armor 1 does not factor into the rail fight, but Rail Armor 2 and 3 do. So. Sandskimmer's here just trying to tank the turret, basically, but they're... Yeah, it's kind of egregious losses here. The LAVs, they see the blast drum, but they don't quite stop it. But the second one not used on the salvagers. Oh. Ooh, what a mistake. He only gets 1? Was there only 1 RU? No, there had to have been 2. Maybe he gets 2 then, but... Well, you know moves it might have. I guess I'm not sure. I'd have to ask A-Game. He would know. Assault Chip Tech, by the way, coming out for NoFun. But yeah, he definitely could have played that better. Like, I think it was risky to try anyway, because that turret just chunked so many skims, but... That second BD should have killed both of these guys, as well as the one that the skims finished off. Another turret, by the way, for Rsabo here. Mag Excel like reduces the shots to kill by 1 as far as I know, so it's very, very valuable. But as for like when they have armor 3, it probably reduces it by 2. And yes, it's because of the HP on the railguns. The first armor upgrade, of course, doesn't give them any. Yeah, the first armor upgrade gives them 1 armor. The second gives them 1 armor, 100 health. The third gives them 1 armor, 200 health, I think, but it might be 100. So yeah. Third base getting set up now by NoFun. Rsabo really wants to get this artifact out. Looks like he will do, and there's no way he's stopping that. He really needs to refill out this this base, though. He's got the money for it, so you definitely always want to replace salvagers who die if you can keep that base up. Otherwise, you're going to be in for some bad times. But the LEVs here are taking, I'd say, a pretty decent fight, so long as they don't run past that high ground. They could force the skims off this ground though. Skimmer players often you need to kind of hide them here, and then once the LEVs come up, then you jump over the hill. Because as you can see, he can shoot him already, so this is really easy for the LEV player to win because he just has more range. So NoFun gonna give the hill up. He sort of has to, but at this point, there's just so many numbers here that Rsabo can definitely take this if he wants it. Boost was already used though, and he didn't push on it, so those guys are gonna get away with their lives. Turret set up on the extraction zone as well. I like that. And Assault Chip Tech is done now. This is probably a result of there being so many LAVs on the field. Just NoFun feels like he wants Assault Chips to help deal with this. But still, the bases are not filled out, so Rsabo is not getting much money here. He really needs, like, he should have a lot more RUs. He's only mining off of 1 salvager, basically. Gotta replace these guys if they die. Okay, here we go. He's getting it handled now. Sandskimmers want to push here, but this doesn't seem great. LAVs just need to be careful of the BD. Oh, thank goodness for him. It only lands on like 1 of the guys, but there's still a lot of skims here, so they're gonna take this out. He can't really fight back here. So nice cleanup there by NoFun. He does manage to clear out that turret as well. Definitely his BD play needs a little bit of work though, because like that's twice now he's really missed like the target he needs to hit, right? Damage 2 coming out on the skims now for NoFun. So he's investing pretty heavy into those upgrades. There's still turrets around here though, so it's not like these skims are going to be able to do a whole lot on their own. And he's checking tech as well. It's still just AV, so... Or, oh wait, it is AV now. He also had rail tech. Okay, there actually is something new then. My bad. And NoFun gonna move up with an assault chip, and he's building some heavy rails as well. He's got that second artifact out too. This is looking fairly comfortable so far. He wants to be a bit more active with the space runner, of course, but... Armor 2 as well, coming out for NoFun. So this is going to be fully upgraded skims in a moment here. That turret is still there though, so he really can't push in with the skims on these bases, right? He needs to... He's just kind of chillax, right? Just focus on pushing his opponent, pushing his opponent's carrier, basically. I mean, he already has the third base contained, but you can sort of, you know, by the same principle as like a rail rush, you can just kind of try and push down this location and get his carrier back into his main. That's what he wants to do here. Support cruiser coming out from rsabo. And it's actually going to be honor guards from NoFun as well. I like the choice. Because again, it's LAVs, it's AVs, it's rails, right? This is just a good choice in general. Rail armor 2 now for NoFun. It's a bit heartwarming to see people actually invest in the upgrades, right? rsabo building more support cruisers, so he's actually moving up onto 3 base now. Last production upgrade is coming out as well. This is a pretty big backstab though. NoFun, I guess, didn't see it. This is a little unfortunate. He's like, just barely missed this with this sand skimmer here. So these LEVs are going to be able to do some damage, but again, like, at most they'll hold off of second base for a bit, right? Oh no, he moves the entire army back. You know, these guys are too far away to help, right? Like, you can't move the entire army anytime that, you know, anytime that there's a backstab. This is a really common mistake to see. Interestingly, rsabo is actually going for the PC. He's not going to get it here, so this is quite bad, actually. He's... Okay, there we go. Yeah, he's not going to get anything for this counterattack. And yet, NoFun has kind of given him value anyway, because look, he's pulling the entire army back here. You don't need to do that, right? Never send the entire army to deal with a problem, right? Like, unless it warrants literally the entire army. You know, so unfortunate, but that's all right. He does have rail armor 3 now, mind you. So this is going to be a pretty tough blob to kill here, these railguns. And once he has honor guards, he can't really, I don't know, like, you can't kill it with another blob anyway, because obviously the honor guards are just going to tear him to pieces. Third artifact is out as well. And with this field control that it gives him, I would actually build another base runner and see if he can just finish the game here. Skimmer's gonna fly in here though. They find a very good window on this railgun, but that turret has AoE, the AV has AoE. Oh gosh. There's a lot of sources of AoE damage here. He probably doesn't want to be just losing skims like this. He will kill it finally, but he lost like 4 or something. And these guys are all injured. Oh gosh. Making me a little nervous there. He does kill a base runner though, that's kind of nice for him. Artifact is picked up as well. And now he's in that position I was talking about. This is almost like where you would go for a rail rush, right? Very, very strong position here. It's not easy to push your opponent off of it. Arsabo's carrier happens to be here though, but NoFun has kind of given the position up though. He wants to move this way, because then you can hold this ridge, right? So your opponent can push as long as he wants for that carry, but eventually it would die. This is also a little yike. He's actually getting killed by a turret here. Okay, he does finally finish it off. These assault rails have quite a bit of armor because of the upgrades that he's gotten, so... This is another problem though, is that now these rails have high ground, so rsabo is actually being able to push him off here, even though he doesn't have the upgrades. Looks like NoFun though taking the opportunity to flank then. He's going to attack on the main base. It's a turret that needs to be cleared out here, but after that this should be open. Blast drone is going to kind of run in and die, so that's a little bit unfortunate, but... Yeah, these assault rails should melt this this support cruiser really quickly. It is actually more valuable though to get the salvagers, so just be aware of that. Uh-oh, speaking of which, oh, really nice BD there, catches all of them. So the army for NoFun, very small now, but he has pretty much wiped his opponent's entire eco. Well, and I say that, but look at this, he actually has 2 honor guards. He's also on 4 artifacts, right? So if he just builds another base runner, I mean, he doesn't even necessarily need it, because he could just come over here, but... I don't like honor guard anti-air too much, though, because he actually knows this no air tech, or at least he should. You can see that, obviously, on the carrier. But, he should do fine here. Yeah, all he really needs is just heavy rails and honor guards at this point. And that is indeed what he's building, so... Look at the DPS on assault rails, like, and its burst, too, it's crazy. What if it's a meme? Well, fair point. Always worth building something for the memes. Hi! Skims, by the way, oh geez, they're just gonna chunk everything here. This is quite bad. Honor Guard hitting the salvagers too. That's got to be scary because obviously, you know, they can just chunk like bunched up units like this. Unfortunately, he still has an attack order on these skims, which is being a little bit awkward for him. But you can clear these attack orders just by hitting S for stall. So that's always something that you can keep in mind. Like, if your units are trying to focus fire on something in vision but too far away from them to shoot at, they just won't shoot at all. So make sure you press like S every now and then to just like stop the focus fire. If you never notice that happening. Pretty much everything's dead though for rsabo, so this is pretty much a cleanup job now for NoFun. He's going for Siege Cruiser Fab for some reason, but the game will end with the base runner extracting. I guess just for the lulz, right? I mean, he can get away with whatever he wants right now. He could piece together a kill on this carrier too, right? Because these honor guards, obviously, not as much DPS as just straight railguns, but they do, like against carriers that is, but they will obviously kill it, so. Especially getting high ground like this. Pretty freaking cool too. Looks like this is gonna go down by artifact extraction though, and NoFun does take the game. Oh yeah. Game 2, as I said, gonna be on Kalash Teeth. This one is rsavo's pick. Same factions though, nothing's flipped up there. Picking Kalash Teeth can be a little scary because obviously Conef has that late game with the carrier missiles and with the Conef siege. But, I don't know. I mean, obviously this is a good map for AV Rush, so... And I think at this level it probably is not a huge deal, like what map you play on, to be honest. But, it might be a strong map for Conef, I guess is all I'm saying. NoFun might be doing kind of a similar thing this time. I didn't really like his build, mind you, because like he went for rail fab and then he went for ref mode, but he did win, so hey, he's got that. I don't think it would work terribly well against a player who was going for like full like true eco or going for like a rush. I think either one he would have died, so it's kind of unfortunate. Yeah, unfortunately the way I do seeding it really is just based on like the seeding numbers, so I try to make it as objective as possible. I'm trying to remember who's in your group though, because there are some people in there you could definitely beat. You would have beaten Mask if we put you in there, that's for sure. Oh my gosh, you're in the group with Phoenix, you aren't you? Well, never mind. This is a little bit yike, maybe. Oh, hopefully you had a good game against Madman though. But I don't know about him. He's kind of a wild card. I haven't seen any games of him before. NoFun looks like this time definitely going just for ref mode. Wait a minute, no he's not. He's got Skimmer Fab again. Oh no. Yeah, I want to see him stop doing this. This is like, for some reason, this is a really weird temptation. That like players really want to go for like middle of the road builds. They want to build... They want to get tech and then they want to build like eco anyway, and I just don't know why they're doing it, you know? It seems really questionable. But like, especially NoFun, like he should know better, right? Ah, darn. Well, if you just ping for DOK, there's always people online, and you can often find a game that'll match you up nicely with your skill. NoFun, meanwhile, really don't know what he's going for now. I guess he's building a blast drone off of that base runner, but... Maybe it feels safe. Yeah, you might be right. That's the idea. The thing is, though, like, it is a misconception, though. It's not safe, right? Because going middle of the road is basically just asking to be killed, so... I am to say. That's right, Bozo, hater of all builds. A Soul Chip Fab coming out, by the way, for Conef, for NoFun, so maybe he will move out with this PC. That's what I'd like to see him do. Carry protection upgrade coming out for rsabo. Again, though, when you go for this SC, you really need to like fill out the base, or else it doesn't do anything for you, right? Because yeah, your carrier's not at the main, cool, but you're not actually getting any more money, right? So you need to fill this out as fast as you can. Why are you going ref mode? Just go 2 PC rails. You're right. That's the only. Oh, this is very good BD territory. Oh, jeez. All right. Well, that's quite good for NoFun. Really, really nice trade right there. The Space Marine will extract though, it's not like he can stop this. But yeah, now rsabo really needs to be building, you know, defense against these, really needs to be building defense against these skims now, and there is also assault ships not coming. He went ref mode. I don't get, like, why do you do this? If you're not gonna build the assault ships, literally the only thing you're doing is delaying your 2-base timing by like 3 minutes. Like, that is so bad. Oh no. Like, new players can get away with that, alright? But, like, someone like NoFun, he should know. This is, like, really bad build. Oh man, that's really sad to see. Espresso depresso. Oh well, rsavo's got a turret set up actually. It's not the best position because it can get jumped on immediately, but you know, at any rate, these skims are not just gonna like drive in and kill everything on their own, right? But again, no salvagers, so you might as well have his carrier here, and in that case, he might as well not have an SC, and in that case, he might as well have like tons more LAVs, right? It's too middle of the road, right? He needs to go for eco or he needs to go for aggro. You can't really, you know, just waffle around waiting. You're always gonna lose that way. NoFun actually oversaturating just a tad as well. It's kind of funny, but probably not a huge deal. He's gonna go for interceptors. And it's AV tech finishing now for rsabo, but again, still nothing on that second base. Don't want to be doing this. This game's gonna back away here. You thought for sure it was over right then and there. Yeah, and like, to be fair, he does need to answer the skims a little bit, right? But he should have had second base set up a long time ago, is I guess what I'm saying. Space Runner will get in, of course. He may even escape with like smoke. I don't know why he's making no noise, but... Did you see what I did? Oh, this is another really good blast run. Did you see what I did to Conf base runners in Joke Patch, by the way? They build, like, the smoke has 420 bursts, because obviously. So it lasts for like half a minute, or maybe even more. I think it lasts for like a whole minute. It's crazy. It has a really high fire rate, so it's just like, and just all this smoke is like pouring out behind you. It's so funny. Could I really have done anything else? I think it was an obvious call. NoFun probably doesn't want to push this one here. Obviously, he doesn't have any ups. This turret is gonna die, but the AAVs are gonna do a lot of damage. Actually, rsabo could maybe have dropped like a smoke down here though, and like still managed to like keep the turret alive, which would have been kind of interesting. Interceptors are out now. There's only 2 of them, but he's gonna launch already. This is maybe a mistake. I think he wanted to hide the air tech. Armored unit is coming out as well, so okay, maybe he's trying to make like a combined arms attack here, but he's actually gonna lose an interceptor for nothing really. Yeah, and this guy's in range of the SC too, so he's gonna get hit by that. So not gonna be the greatest push by NoFun, that's for sure. But he doesn't lose too much. Just his opponent will know that there's air now. Fighter and gunship though actually gave me the tech for him, so support cruiser anti-air, yeah, that's not bad. And he may want to give missile battery tech as well. Support cruiser anti-air though, I think probably more useful in situations where, you know, you're making like a carrier power play as Coalition and you have a bunch of SCs around your railguns. You're like, well, I might as well then go for support cruiser anti-air, right? And then I'll you know, have some anti-air coverage in case air comes after me. And by the way, you know what would be really good for NoFun, and I don't just say this because it's Conf Siege, but it'd be Conf Siege. By the way, he actually missaturated apparently again. He's got one too many here. By the way, rsabo building a gunship. I think the skies are not clear for a gunship. This is probably not a good call. Just because it can't fight against those interceptors at all. Yeah, I mean, frankly, you might be right. I really think though that like to avoid the missile battery tech, it's not bad. If you're going for like a carrier power play off of a bunch of railguns, like you can really make it work. Because you know we've seen how many sport cruisers you end up with sometimes, but it's probably too expensive for that though. Because doesn't it cost like 250 RUs or something? It's something heinous like that. I don't want it to be so cheap that just people are getting it every game, because that's exactly what Vanilla was, right? But because then Coalition basically just never gets their eco harassed by air. But uh-oh, this guy's dead. Oof. It's really funny how slow that projectile is off the anti-air turret post. You're right, it is a lot of research time. That's actually a good point. Quite a float coming up for NoFun here, I've got to say. He's got the money for Siege Cruiser Fab and a third PC, and he should do it. Especially with like 3 artifacts here, right? Yeah, with 3 artifacts here, he's got quite a bit of carrier power, and you know that Conf carrier can be really, really scary when it gets powered up like that, on this map in particular, right? So if you can move the carrier out with another PC, get Conf Siege, I think you're really set for this game. But rsabo, I've really got to say, he's got no ground force to speak of, but he's also behind an eco, so like, I don't really see anything that's quite going his way here. Here come the sand skimmers as well. He shouldn't go after this turret post, because like, obviously there is SC anti-air anyway, so... But also, this run-by is quite risky. You see the AoE slow there, and it does a lot of damage too. He's got the strike fighters here too, and because he's got that ground-based anti-air, he can win this, but he needs to make sure he target fires these guys. Yeah, he does. SC anti-air managing to fail to kill an interceptor. That's pretty classic. The gunship is certainly paying dividends here. He manages to kill a lot of these sand skimmers, but he leaves it alone. He doesn't have the strike fighters with it, so it might die right now. Interceptors do a lot of damage. He's close to home. Oh my gosh, okay, he is gonna make it. Sport Cruiser anti-air doesn't do much. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I take it back. Maybe it's just not a good choice ever. I really think maybe it could work with like a Coalition power play though, if you had like 4 or 5 support cruisers, but that's the only use case I can see, I suppose. Of course, you know what the worry is, though, is if it gets buffed, it's going to become like that, where, you know, Coalition players will just always go for this power play because they can be immune to air, basically, for the rest of the game. Missile ship fabrication done for NoFun here, so he plans on holding the the strike fighters from rsabo down, not just with his interceptors, but also with some ground-based anti-air, and that is usually a good call. Now, I got rail fab as well. And he's built assaults again. He seems to really like assault railguns, I gotta say. But I don't know if I would... Like, I know this is shocking because it's Bozo, but I don't know if I would even go for railfab. I think Conf Siege would do what he needed already, but... Hey, that's true. Attack bombers would be pretty freaking scary. Whoa, are you pushing here? Oh my gosh. This does not seem likely. I think this is a mistake. There's actually Afterburner done already. Yeah, NoFun lost 1, but rsabo lost 2. That's what you would expect. I think it was a 3rd as well. I don't know. You can't run down here when like you're against Galzian, because their air is faster and it does more damage to yours, so... Yeah, but in that case I want to see it be cheaper, probably, because I think actually the current iteration of Sport Cruiser anti-air could really be pretty fine if it was cheap and teched fast, right? But it's a lot of tech time, and it's surprisingly expensive. It's like 250 RUs, so I'm not sure what you're really getting for it. I wouldn't want to see its range go down, though. I mean, I think in that regard it's already good. You know, they cover an area about the size of their sensors with it. I like its range. I just think they should be, you know, cheaper. Either cheaper or stronger, right? One of those two. Yeah, that's true. They cost RUs now. They're actually quite a bit less expensive on the CUs, but 50 RUs more than makes up for 150 CUs. So. Oh dear, I see what's going on here. He's clearing out the AAVs so that he can bring the BDs in. Ooh. That's going to be what we call a yike. And the gunship is going to come out here to try and support. But again, strike fighters or interceptors are still here. So that gunship can't really just run around here with impunity. To be fair then, support cruiser anti-air looks a little sharp here, but it's not that strong apparently, so... Yeah, see, it doesn't kill the interceptors. Like, it's weird how it fires 4 shots. I didn't realize quite how it was like this. The thing is, like, that's okay, like, actually the damage that it did there, but in that case its fire rate needs to be higher, and that would make it good already, because that's how, like, missile batteries are. Is like, if you get shot once, you're not gonna die, but if you stick around after getting shot once, you are gonna die, but, like, the support cruiser, it's like, it fires, and then it just, like, doesn't shoot again, so... Like, he's gonna survive this. No, because there's an anti-air turret post, actually, so... I don't think it needs to, although I guess it would be kind of nice. But, like, yeah, I don't think it needs to be different than missile batteries, but, By the way, Strike Fighter's gonna launch again here. This is just a total suicide run, though. Obviously, you know, you've got missile batteries here, and that base runner is gonna do some light anti-air too. Catches one heavy rail, but it's gonna go down. Oh, and the gunship is gonna follow it. I really don't like this. Not to mention, you know, the interceptor can come over here and help, but... Yeah, really sloppy to be losing air units like that. You know, just really for nothing. They're not gonna get any damage done. Uh-oh, here come more of them. I don't know, at some point you just gotta cut your losses and get out, man. Oh, he's coming in for last pass, yeah. That's gonna be full air suicide then. Down they all go. Docking? What? Did he get away? No, he did. Okay, that's weird. When you're looking over the carrier, it says that it docked after it gets killed. I never noticed that before. Battlecruiser fab done for rsabo now. But I think that that's actually not going to be terribly good, because obviously the Conef player here has got rails already. Not too many, but he's got rails, and he also obviously has this very powered up Conef carrier, so... As for this, I don't really see what he can do to stop NoFun from getting in here. There's just not the units for this, you know what I mean? Simply put. And Arsabo's got that tech now, but... Oh, he's actually banking quite a bit, so I guess he can make them, but they're not going to be terribly impactful on this field, I guess is what I'm trying to say. NoFun indeed, just stacking up more and more heavy rails. He's got like 7 now. That's quite a few. Siege Cruiser Fab is going to come out from him, but I would actually rather, at this point, he just went for carrier power and rails if he's got it. But obviously, Conef Siege never a bad unit, so that will work for him as well. Actually, that's a good point. I hadn't thought about it that way. Yeah, you're right about that, because in vanilla, you'd only build SCA because it was better, and in patch, you only build missile batteries because they're better. I guess that's a fair point then, yeah. As the Turks would say, Huck, listen. This Strike Fighter here wants to get wrecked. And this is a lot of rails, right? So like this could easily be a dead carrier. Well, I take it back. This already is a dead carrier. I mean, it's not as if the game wasn't kind of already decided here. Not to mention he just wiped the eco again, but yeah, I know. Oh, wait. There's a BC. Something could happen. No, in fact, he should have just missile ship barrage him too. Yeah. Yeah, the damage dump for the missile ship barrage is like surprisingly intense. Only thing NoFun could do better right now is launch that interceptor, but carrier missiles flinging out as well, railguns are in position. That, to me, looks like a done deal. Well, alrighty, I hope you guys enjoyed the cast. That is going to be the end. And unsurprisingly, NoFun does take the game 2-0, but he's looking a little rustier than I had expected, so... Hope to see him improve that a little bit in the future games, but he does have the whole tournament ahead of him, so there's definitely time for that. Anyway, thanks for playing, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.